It may sound like I'm completely just saying it to sound good, but that's not true. I wish I could take away some of the physical problems and state that people are in, because I know that they can't see it, and I know they can't feel it because I was there. I was in that situation where, I rolled out of bed and felt the chest pain and felt the needles in the bottom of my feet, and my ankles ached and my back ached. I was that person. I'm still considered really overweight, but I'm a whole lot healthier version than I was, say, 2 years ago. But when you're able to reflect and look back on where you came from, when you've progressed, you can't help but notice people around you, and just seeing their stature and how they walk and how they sound when they're breathing, and how they stand, and how strong or actually how weak and frail their body is. And everybody chalks it up to, oh, it's old age, you can't stay young and healthy forever. But yet, if you ever really look into some of the elderly people, I'm talking 75 and up, 80 years old and up, I'm talking about elderly people that have lived a long life, that are physically fit and have desire to continue to stay active, have a decent diet, not a major hardcore clean diet, but just a decent diet, and look forward to getting up and walking for a mile or two a day, to take that time to be active. Or I've seen some people on up in age that are lifting like 20-year-olds. Now, is that for everybody? No, but one thing that's consistent with those people is that they'll say this is the fountain of youth. I've heard that multiple times from different people. When people are amazed to see these guys in the gym, and they just want to ask them and get on camera, what's it like? What is it? And they're all saying it's the fountain of youth, and that's true, because your body reacts to that. Our body wants to stay healthy. Our body was not designed to put it through some serious abuse. What I mean by abuse, I mean the ungodly amount of sugar, the constant the constant just stale, no movement. It wasn't designed to be like that. We were designed to be mobile and to move and to be quick and to achieve and to grow old to a respectable age, with as little hurdles and problems as possible. Granted, there are people out there that life just throws them curveballs, and next thing you know, they have cancer, or they have some kind of disease or stipulation in their life that is challenging. And then there are those stories that people just say, you know what, I'm not going to be overcome by this, and they still continue on with choosing to make good choices. But getting back to what I was saying, reflecting and being able to spot struggle in people, and I really wish I could take it away from them. I really wish I could give people like that just 30 minutes of relief, because I'll tell you, it's addictive. Because once you've lost it, say for me, I've lost and maintained and had to work to get it back down. I've gained some back, and and then lost it back, an average of 50 pounds, a little more than 50 pounds actually, going close to 60. And every once in a while, like tonight, I did, or this morning I did dumbbells, working on biceps along with legs. And I grabbed two 27.5 dumbbells, 27 pounds, 27.5 pounds per arm. And I picked it up and I walked over to where I was going to sit down and do curls so I can, really concentrate on the muscle, on the exercise, on the movement. And it hit me because I saw this guy, this really large guy, come walking in, and I am so taken back by these people that have such a huge hill to climb. It's amazing to watch people come in at all different levels of where they're at, and it's awesome. It's awesome because I know what they're carrying, because it hit me when I was carrying these dumbbells. I was like, man, this was the weight, because I saw the guy walk in, he hadn't even started working out, and he's breathing hard because he just changed his clothes. That was me. Now granted, I wasn't 400 plus pounds, but when I picked up those weights and I went and I walked over to where I was at, I thought, "Wow, this is heavy." It just hit me for a second. It's not really that heavy to curl, but if you were to walk around with it all day long, it is heavy. To be obese, morbidly obese, to be overweight and carry that extra weight around, man, I'll tell you, you're constantly working out. But your body wasn't made to constantly work out. There is a balance to it. And good on him and everyone else that comes in that's got that mountain in front of them, to climb. Here I am, wanting to achieve 180 pounds, and I'm complaining about I only lost 2 pounds, or I gained 4 pounds back, or whatever, and I'm fluctuating, and that's playing a mental game on me. But that's because I'm being very strict and stern and hard on myself. But these guys have, or even if you're watching this, you have this huge hill and mountain in front of you. But here's the thing. Regardless of whether you can climb that mountain in a year, 2 years, 3 years, or maybe never, the fact that you go strap on the gear, you go through the process of going through the steps, you can have the ability to say to yourself privately, without having to prove to anyone else, I'm at least trying. I'm at least finding strength in myself. Even if you can't, you might not be able to curl 10 pounds. You might not be able to do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Who cares? You gotta take steps, but the fact that you're taking that step, the fact that you're breathing hard, changing your clothes into your gym clothes to go into the gym, the fact that you sit in your car and you wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes to psych yourself up to go in there after you've talked yourself through it, even though you're seeing this XXX and quadruple X, 4X shirt that you're wearing, and you're like, man, I don't want to be this anymore. What's the point? I got too much of a hill to climb. Dude, go on YouTube and find those people that have achieved that hill. The only thing that's consistent throughout all those stories, those hills that are much higher and much harder to climb than mine was, and still is the fact that they were consistent at trying. I'm not going to feed you a bunch of bull and say you're going to make it before you die. But I am going to tell you, it's definitely worth trying. I'm a stronger person, not just physically, but mentally. I'm moving forward with overcoming a whole bunch of bad decisions in my life. And if I could take it away from other people, if I could take that weight and that fat off, if I could help that breathing, if I could just give them that for 30 minutes, maybe not everybody would care. But I promise you, there'd be a ton of people that would be shocked. That would be shocked to see where they came from, or where they were, or where they can go to. If you're hitting the gym, if you're going in, if you're losing weight and it's slow but it's happening, do yourself a favor and find the weight. I don't care if it's 2 pounds, if it's 5 pounds. Hold on to it. Hold on to it for a period of time. And sit there and really mentally analyze how much that weighs and how that's off for you. Have you ever taken a book bag and put it on you and just walked a whole bunch? Say you went to a park, or you went to some kind of Disney World or something, some kind of fun park, and walk all day long, and as soon as you take that bag off, it literally feels like your body's raising up because all of a sudden you just took off that 15 pounds or whatever off of your back, and it's got that weird euphoria sensation of just, you constantly feel like you're kind of rising up. Well, that's a small example. That's a small example. Because if you don't make the right choices, it's a slow death, in all honesty. An unnecessary slow death.